person to another.
I was very fortunate when I was growing up that as far as my bel canto training was concerned, I had mother who helped me so much. She was taught by a pupil of Marchesi and had at my disposal all the wonderful books of vocalises, which I studied as a child. I heard her singing them, and I just copied her. I couldn't read music. I was 3, 4, 5 years old.
My father he has still now a beautiful tenor voice, and
Wonderful tenor voice.
And he's closing right in the passaggio, like I would like to hear many young singer or student of this day to do, just to make the voice grow and grow and grow more and more and come elegant and dark. And it was for me almost impossible to escape to that trap of my father, because he brought home all the records of the greatest tenor of the past, beginning with Caruso, Gigli, Perti, Le Schipa, Björling, all of them, Tucker, everybody, Di Stefano Tagliavini. I hear all what we call the bel canto tenor.
It's strange that my path is somewhat similar to both of theirs, in so much as that I had a parent, my father, who had a very beautiful tenor voice, and he, although he did not want to teach me himself, he was there guiding, watching, saying, you know, there is a natural placement there. Don't let anybody fool around with the natural placement. And I started studying much too young, but at least he was watching over it. I started at 5. And it's wild. I said, it's a miracle I'm still singing. I think I began as a soprano because I began so damn young.
Yes.
Who's got any chest voice at 5 years of age?
We have any chest at 5 years of age.
Alexander, that's another thing.
And I can remember very clearly at about 15 years of age, I suddenly had another whole octave on the lower part of my voice.
But may I say something very much to the point there? Because here's an example of what we were talking about before. Not only is the legato exceptional, it's wonderful legato, but you see, getting from the middle voice, which starts here, middle voice, to a very low note, which many singers would bash out on the chest.
I, for one.
Jackie, show me how a certain singer would sing that.
I'm a great basher.
Show me how a bad singer would sing that phrase. But we listen to it all the time in the theatre. Of course, bel canto, although it's beautiful singing, that doesn't mean just singing beautiful, long, flowing phrases. It also means doing all sorts of hair-raising tricks. Bel canto also becomes, in many ways, a great circus act, because there are so many things which are of enormous difficulty to perform. Joan always told me that when she was very young, she used to go into the gardens and imitate the birds, and she learned to trill that way. Wonderful, because it was something that came easy and naturally. Jenny Lind, in her book on singing, gives very difficult exercises to learn the trill. She gives like this. Doing them very slowly on all tones. And then she says that if you do that for a year or 2 years, you may be able to learn the trill. I want to know, how did you learn the trill?
I didn't read Jenny Lind's book, but I decided that if I took 2 notes very slowly and speeded them up, then I would get my trill. And that's how it happened.
Luciano,
I learned from the bird.
You learned from the bird too, yeah?
I learned from the bird. In fact, I can do.
Perfect. Another thing, you have to learn to trill on the full tone and on the semitone,
right,
which is something that many singers don't understand about. Right. I mean, to trill on the full tone, it's... Darling, do for me. Do on the full tone. Now do it on the semitone. Do us a beautiful mezzo di voce. In other words, a mezzo di voce starts piano, a big crescendo, and a big decrescendo.
Yeah.
So and many singers can do the first half, but they can't do the second half.
You know, I once had a very famous Italian mezzo-soprano tell me, now listen to this, that the term messa di voce doesn't exist in Italian.
She's right.
Okay, so tell me
Mezzo di voce is position of voice.
Okay, so what is this called?
Mezza voce.
No.
Quando si comincia.
But they say mezzo di voce is written in the old Italian.
In the old
singing
Italian.
language.
Okay. Now, that mezzo soprano then is talking about modern language,
Right.
who is don't exist anymore, but it means something else. It means position. It means support. It means
Messa.
messa di voce.
Messa means
Messa means
Placing of the voice.
put
Yes,
in
placing
place.
of voice,
Put
yeah.
in place.
And this is obviously an exercise to put the voice in place.
You
and
will
to keep it in
never
place.
you will never hear any critic write down messa di voce.
Di voce? No?
That's
Sì
the
o no?
mezzo di voce.
Sure,
Then you have to do- That's harder.
We often read in the newspapers about fioritura. I wonder, does everybody know exactly what fioritura means? It's an Italian word which means flowering. And it means that a line of music, a melody, becomes decorated and adorned. And, for example, if you take something like a little piece like Home Sweet Home, you can play that melody, which is dead simple. If a singer of the 19th century singing that might well have sung. Something of that nature. There are 100,000 ways to decorate. Should we show something to explain what we mean?
What about the tanti palpiti? I could do like the first phrase and
Do it bare and then
Bare.
do it ornament, just to
Okay.
show that.
Yeah,
G
right.
major, yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay, now it comes back, the reprise is.
Yeah.
Very little.
Tiny ones.
You even did not take much bigger than
For
that.
example, the same thing,
Yeah.
the sonambula. Just sing with the, if you forget the word, sing the tune. And now do me one of the variations. Bel Canto is working at its fullest when the human voice is singing perfectly. It's something we all want, something we all desire. It doesn't happen too often, but that is the only instrument which one wants to hear, really.